Hello, glad to see you all again. Welcome back. You're with Keith Atpint in the workshop again. And what we're going to do today is we're going to have to look at doing some repairs to a treadmill. Yes, a treadmill. And I'll show you. And here's the treadmill in question. It's one like this. And the problem is that's a cover that sustained damage to the appliance, and we think it's literally dropped off the back of a truck and it's done a lot of damage. So we're trying to repair it so the safety cover and the guards are situated. So it's lost some pins and things, and we're hoping to get that right. Okay, so here we go. We're back to the workshop. All right. Yes, so here we are back in the workshop again, and I've done a sketch of the part that I need to make, and this is it. So it's about inch and a quarter long in length, and with various other dimensions that we're going to machine. The thing is that this treadmill, it's very topical now. It's nice exercise, people are locked in and everything, and the problem is it's been severely damaged, and as I say, literally we think it's literally dropped off the back of a truck, not nicked back off of the truck. I think mishandled, and it's sustained quite a lot of damage. Not possible to see it all, but the actual guard section that covers all the electrics and things like that, very badly damaged, and the location lugs and points are broken. You can't get spare parts from them because you have to buy a complete new safety cover and things like that. So I figured we could make a repair for this, and it probably, well, it should be better than the original. And so here we go, and this is what we're going to do. So we start off with some 3/4 inch diameter material, because the maximum diameter on this is 5/8 of an inch. So you have to bear with me. I'm going to try to put the video in the camera so you can see what's happening in the machining. So here we go. I'll try to show you as much as I can while I'm doing it, but I've got to be very careful because I've got the tripod set up in the machine's drip tray. I'm going to make this out of aluminium, and yes, I've got my RAC shirt on. They don't pay me for advertising, folks, it's just that I had it donated, and so that's it. Anyway, let's make a start on this job, shall we? I've set it up, and let's see if we can. Whoops! Whoa! You see, I nearly knocked the camera off there. But my videos go out live, folks. So if anything goes wrong, it will. It's gone wrong already, so I can't lock this. That's better. I thought it was okay. So locked that. I'm going to try to cut with this tool here. I might have to move the angle a little bit because I'm not quite happy where it is. Let's see what happens anyway. I'm just facing the edge, facing off here. Okay, I'm going to make a mark. Look at the drawing. I'm making a mark 1 inch. I'll make 1 inch there, which is 7/16 diameter. So I'll make a mark there, 1 inch in, just to give me a marker. So here we go. I'm cutting at about 1100, just about 1100 RPM, and the material is 3/4 inch aluminium bar, solid rod, solid bar. Okay, so 1 inch. Here we'll make it. I've dimensioned this up so it doesn't really matter to a 2 or 3 thou. Yeah. So here we go. That's the marker. So I can traverse along here. And see what happens. I've got some power feed on here, and just let me check the diameter of the diameter I'm trying to reduce to. Which is 7/16 of an inch. That's 7/16 of an inch. So as you can see, I've got quite a bit to go, so I can come down again, and I'll just keep reducing it, get down to about 1/2 inch or so. I'll leave that. I know that's much bigger. I'll leave that for finishing cuts. So here we are. I've just put an initial cut on just to see if the trellis is okay. It's going the wrong way, so I have to stop it, alter the tumbler reverse gear. And the tumbler reverse gear, if those of you are not familiar with it, there's a video, one of my earlier videos, showing the operation of the tumbler reverse. I'm not going to go through it again, but check my other videos out. So I've merely altered that to our power feed to go towards the chuck now. Here we are. I put quite a coarse cut on. Stop it just before it gets to there. That's it. Pull it out. I want a corner on that anyway. Corner to the top. Remember the drawings there. Up to an edge there. So, pull in again. Stop it just before it gets to there. Come out again. Go back in. I'm going down to where I cut it initially there, and coming up the shoulder. I'm releasing the trellis and I'm winding it on by hand. Come out a little bit. Take it off that way. Okay, and then I can measure it, because I want 7/16. Now it's not far off, But what I need to do now, before I do the finishing cut, I have some other machining to do. So what we've got to look at now is the maximum diameter, which is 5/8 of an inch. That's I need a little bit taking off that, which I can do. Let's see, 5/8 of an inch. There we go. Calipers. This job is good enough for the calipers. When you're used to using calipers, you can get quite accurate with them. It's just a question of come off. That's it. It's getting the light and things like this at 5/8. 7/16. There. Come down. Can you see what's happening here? It's a bit less than 5/8. So if I tap that on there, it moves it bigger, and we've got just 5/8. If I wanted to come lower to a lesser diameter, then you just tap it there like that, and you can make adjustment. That's the way to calip. Okay, so we've got 5/8, and I always check your dimensions, not just once or twice. Check it 3 times at least. That's what I do, because we don't want to waste material. So anyway, there we are. So that's the diameter it wants to be, and as you can see, there's quite a bit to come off that. So I've set that there, and I'm going to 16th. It's only a 16th of an inch wide, so I'm not going to do any power feed on that. So just to make things a bit quieter, I'm going to come out of ouch. I've put the tumbler reverse in neutral. Excuse me, I'm not going to use any power feed, as I said, because it's a small diameter. Right, so here we go. I think I'm just checking the speed. Yeah, it's still about 1100. We can go much quicker if we want. I can speed it up a little bit. Okay, it's about 1182 now. I think I'll do it a bit more. I'll go to 1200. It's about 1250. Maximum speed on this machine is about 1400 RPM. We're doing that according to my digital readout, about 1250. This machine has got a 3-phase motor, and this converter thing, it's electronic, and it fools it into thinking it's on 3-phase, and it's actually on single phase. There we are. That's cut right down. And I'll check the quite a bit to come down yet. If you do a little bit like that, so that if you accidentally cut too much off, you can rectify it. So it doesn't matter. Whoa! Nearly lost the camera then, folks. Wow. Nearly lost it then. That's because I'm not used to having a tripod. mounted there. Wow, must be careful of that. So I like to wind it right back. So looking at this now, it's trying to get the angle of it here. It's not so far off. So we take a little bit more off and check that on the drawing it wants to be 5/8 diameter. So because we've been making some movement, I'm checking that this is still set at 5/8, which is a bit big. So I'll take another 1/16 of an inch off. Okay, so that's 8, 1, 2, 5, no, not 31 thou, something like that. So I'm going to move 10 thou on this cross feed, and then we'll start it up. Check it again. When you get used to it, you'll not need to do as many checks. But I think I come from it. I know the caliper from this side. That come on. Okay. It's more than 5/8, about 1/16 of an inch above. Okay, so that's okay. And for the purpose of this job, I've also got to reduce that other dimension, which is a secondary operation with when I part it off, to get that spigot there at that side, and that spigot is 5/16 of an inch. I'll come to that later, but now I'm going to take, I forgot how much I said, I'll take another 10,000th of an inch cut, which means 20,000th of an inch on there. As I say, it's not a 2 or 3 thou on this job, which I figured out it was all right. Nice and gently does it when you're caliping. You feel it's. You can get, when you're good at caliping, you can get down to, you can feel 1,000th of an inch. I'll tell you. You might not think so, but I'm telling you, you can. But you need to have a lot of experience to do it. But more practice. Practice makes perfect. Almost. I mean, because nobody's perfect. See, I forgot where I put my measuring device. Now, if I measured it wrong, you'll see it. But this is 5/8 of an inch. Oh, you can see it. What it is. As I say, I don't know if you can see it, but if you can't, take my word for it, it is 5/8 of an inch diameter. Check with the drawing again, just to make sure that that's what we want. And yes, it tells me that it's 5/8 of an inch, and by an inch long. So, here we are. It's an inch and a 1/16 long. Doesn't really matter. I'll just face a little bit off that to get it nearer an inch, and I've just thought on. Got to check this diameter. Okay, and this diameter is, whoa, what did I say it was? 7/16 of an inch. I think it'll be a little bit bigger than that at the moment. Yes, it is. It's 764, 5. It is 7/16, so it's okay. I can afford to come a little bit less than that diameter, because it needs clearance in the location holes for the thing. So I'm going to just face this off a little bit now. So there's 2 to make. Okay. That's that. And then I'm going to put a chamfer on that edge. Which means I put the machine into reverse, because this particular tool that's so little chamfer there, that's so not got a sort of square edge. It means it leads into the makes it easier for access into the location point. Oh, I'm smashing the... Oh dear. Practice makes perfect. Oh. See, I really need someone to tell me when I'm disturbing the tripod. It's because I'm not used to working with tripods. Don't try this at home. I'm telling you. Don't try it at home. It's not advisable. I wouldn't normally do it, but I'm on my own here. On this one, I'm not happy with the surface finish, but it's not 2 or 3 thou. So I'm going to just check the dimension again on that one. I think it's 7/16. Here we are. Yeah. Okay. What I'm going to do is to put the power feed on again, just make sure it's going the right way. Yeah. And then, because it was a coarse feed, I'm making this a much finer feed, because I just want to get a little better finish on that, just for presentation purposes. So what I've done now, I've reduced the feed rate so it'll give a better finish. And also, when you're doing finishes, if you remember one of my other videos, if you get one of these stones here, and then because it's done some roughing cuts, a little drop of oil on there, and then finally, be careful of this, keep it flat. On the clearance surface, keep it straight, and then just a little bit. Now I'm telling you that you won't see that in textbooks usually, but anyway, it does give you a better finish. So I'm going to start it up now. And you'll find that feed rate now is going to reduce a better finish. Now that's only about 2 or 3 thou, 4 or 5 thou, something like that. So it'll be okay for this job, and you'll see it'll give a better finish. Should do. I think you can see that it's shiny now. And all these little hints and tips are invaluable for you when you're working on your project. Okay. It's almost there. I'm getting ready to stop it. And that's presented a lot better finish. And up to the shoulder, I'm winding it out by hand on the cross feed, okay? And then I'm going to put a very slow cut on this one as well. There we are. Nice and shiny on that. Come out. That's that. Now normally when you're doing things like that, I've got a hole to drill in there. You will drill the hole before the final cuts, but it doesn't matter in this instance because it doesn't have to be too accurate, so I need a little bit of clearance. So I'm going to drill the hole now. So I bring the centre drill into play. I can get rid of the feed, don't want that. I put the selector lever across slide or forward sliding surface, that's into neutral. You can see that on introduction to the lathe video. Okay, so here we are. This drill is got to check. So 3/16 hole. Okay, so it's a 3/16 diameter hole, and that's all right. So normally you could go in right deep with that, but I know that. Centre it to, normally you'd centre it up to there, but it's okay in this instance. Take that out of the way, stop the machine, taking the chuck, the centre drill and chuck out, put that back so I know where it is. Oh. You always put things in a safe place so you know where they are. You'll lose things in your workshop, I'm telling you. And then we're going to drill that hole with a another drill, which I appear to have lost. Oh, it's here. Yeah, it's here. I have cleaned the bores prior to this operation, and then we're going to go in here with this drill, distance of let's see, 1 3/16. So if I go in 1¼ inch plus depth, it gives me room for parting off and everything like that. So you can check with the 1¼ inch on the barrel of the tailstock. And yes, I've locked the barrel of the tailstock, so you can still drill this quite okay. You might want to check that it is 3/16 drill Well, I have done, so, but I can check it again just by doing this, because if you've got a few chucks lying around the place, it's easy to pick the wrong one up if you've got tooling in them. So that's 3/16. It's actually slightly above, but it doesn't matter, because it needs the clearance for this location. If it's too tight on the location, it won't go in easily, and it will be difficult to remove for making adjustments. That's why it is. So we're going to drill now, inch and, I forgot what I said now, you see. Look at my drawing. First place to make a drawing. So I'm going to inch and 3/16, inch and a quarter. So here we go. Got that. So I've measured a quarter of an inch on that. Feed it in nice and steady. So I can take it inch and a half now. I'm making quite a coarse feed here, because the inside of the bore is not terrifically important, otherwise if it was, I could either ream it or bore it with a boring tool. It would have to be a small one, mine, and I've now gone in a quarter of an inch. Okay, so now it's still coming out and it's drilling nicely. Sometimes you have to release the drill if it starts to clog up, but when you wind in by hand it gets very sensitive. Okay, so I now feel like I want to pull out of it, okay, and move. This is aluminium, people, steel, don't do that with your fingers, just use a brush. Okay, I'm coming in again now. About a quarter of an inch, half an inch. I don't need any coolant on this particular job, because the aluminium conducts the heat very nicely. And just to show that I can use a brush. There you go. So it's coming out easier now, that's because I've cleared it. But on the long bore, what this is now, because it's crushing all the material up and making it difficult to clear. So that's why you've got to keep cleaning the drill piece. Okay. I'm just checking the dimension here, inch and a quarter, yes. So it's a quarter of an inch on the barrel. That's a quarter inch in. That's half an inch in. 3/4 of an inch in. 1 inch in. Now I've got another quarter of an inch to go. But I'm still going to have to release it, draw back, because it's a relatively deep hole for this small grinder to drill. Okay. Quarter inch, half inch, 3/4, 1 inch, and I think that's good enough. Okay, I'm going to show you another thing now. Pull that out of the way. Okay, so there's one or two things in here. Because we've got the drill in there, can you see it's burred it up a little bit? When a small thing like that, I don't want that little burr there. So you could do it with a tool, or these are very handy. This device is a scraper, and it's very good. So it's difficult for me to. I think I can just about get it. Yeah. Whoa, come back. Yeah, I think I just about get it. I'm going to do it on that edge there, slightly. A bit too fast for that, but I'm not happy about it. Turn it by hand. There you are. Just takes that edge off there and allows the screw to go in easily without burning the edge over. So it gives it a bit of a lead. So you'll find that this sort of thing is quick, and a lot of people don't know about this, but I tell you, this scraper well worth getting if you can get hold of one. I'm trying to think of the name, but oh yes, it's a more than right. Excuse me. Oh dear. Oh, sorry about that, making me sneeze. This is a more than right scraper when they were made in Sheffield. I don't know what's happened to them now, they seem to have disappeared, but it's a very good scraper. I've had it for years. So that's that. I'll put it away. And now we're going to look at this other side of it, because we've got the drawing there, as you can see. I think you can see, yeah. So we need to get that little bit there at the end. Now this drawing is not to scale, and it needs 1/8 of an inch at 5/8 from there. Okay, so I'll check that. So that's wants to be come down to a 16th and then another 1/8. Now, just to facilitate this, what you can do is you can bring your parting tool into play here. Now, I'm not going to put any feeds on this, but the 5/16 diameter. It's 5/16 diameter, and so I'll come in a little bit here. This is going to prepare it for the next operation. And what I'm going to do is to stop the machine, and I can measure it so far where I've got it, so see what diameter it is now. Oops. Okay. Now, what do you know? It's just less than 5/16. Maybe 3 or 4 thou. Well, that's okay. You'll notice that we only need 1/8 of an inch anyway. So when I'm going down there again, I shall leave a little bit on because the actual shoulder on that is only 1/8 of an inch wide. It looks bigger on the drawing, but it's 1/8 of an inch wide, which is just a little bit bigger than that. It's a 16th, it's about 32nd, something like that. So I'm going to come down here again a bit more because that wants to be a 16th, I think. 16th. Yep. So it's 5/32, something like that. So I've got a 32nd to come off there. So I'm going to watch. You can actually get it nearer to that. Come down here a bit now. What I propose to do on this is because it's only it's not to 1,000 tool. I'm going to track on here with a parting tool like so, and that'll save me turning it around in the way to turn this, because it's good. It's good enough. So I'm going to check that dimension again now. So normally I've put it around and put this in a collet chuck to turn that diameter, but I've set this parting tool. It's another little trick in the book that might not be in the book. Here we go. So make sure that come on. I hope we're not boring you too much on this job, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, just over 5/16, and it wants to be 5/16, so there's a little bit more to go on that, about 32nd. Okay, so what's it for? It's okay. Oh, I've got to measure that little gap there because that only wants to be a 16th of an inch, which it is. That's good enough. It's within a few thou anyway, 2 or 3 thou I think. So I'm happy with that. All I'm going to do now is to reduce that diameter a little bit. You've got to be careful when you're working close up to the chuck. And you have to be very, very careful because if you put too much lateral pressure on this parting tool, it could break it. So you've got to be careful of that. These are all little hints and tips, folks. Oops. I keep measuring it. I know you might find it boring, but I don't want to do it again at this stage. And that is 5/16 and just a little bit, 2 or 3 thou. So I will take a bit more off. Now I think that will be 5/16. As I say, it's not critical. Yeah. Check it again. Now you can see that. That's 5/16, near enough for me. Right. So what we're going to do now is to I'm hoping we can get away without turning this round in the chuck again. So we can, I've got to take that edge off there, and that's 1/8 of an inch, so 1/8 of an inch, I'm proposing to part it off here, you see. So if we move in here 1/8 of an inch, yeah, 1/8 of an inch, a little bit more, it doesn't matter to a bit. Right, so here we go. Now we'll soon part off that. What I want to do now is to, if I part it off, there's a little edge on there, okay, slight edge on there, so I could, whoa, I might be able to get it off with this tool, but I think I might, it's always better to take it off with a tool if you can, if you've got the room. Make sure that you don't crash into the chuck. Turn it around, yeah. Okay. I'm happy that it's not going to crash into the chuck. And then I can feel the bird edge there. So I'll switch on. Very careful here. That's it. That's good enough. And then that's taken that edge off there. This is the professional way to do it, folks, so that you shouldn't be doing it with a file. And I just want to take this swarf off there, and I want to take this back edge off there because that's also got a little built up there. So I'm coming to the other side. This is a very versatile tool I've made here for such things. So only wants a little bit, and that's that. So we should have got in a position now to part that off. And remember, it has got a 5/16 hole going through there to there, so it should part off there. Okay, just checking it with a piece of rock. This is a nice little check. There's enough on, and for me to part off. The idea, as I've said, I think I've said anyway, is to complete this in all on one setting, and then that will, it should do it without having the need to put it, reverse it to turn that. You can do this on some things, but not every one. So I'm going to now part it off. Oops. Wow, I've got to watch this. All right. That's that. And now I think it's I think I might just have to think it out again. I'm reviewing the situation. Oh yes, yes, 1/8 of an inch. Yes, 1/8 of an inch. So yes, there we go. And before I started, before anybody makes any comment, I have previously oiled the slideways, and I've done that before I started this operation. And I also oiled all the the lubrication points that that are necessary for the traverses and feeds and things like that. And now I'm wondering if I can get in there without hitting this packing, because it's an improvised packing piece, this. Anyway, we'll soon see. If it goes wrong, folks, you'll see it here on this channel. I'm just going to check that diameter. Because it's a 3/16 drill, I want to know how much I've got left before it parts off, because I'm trying to get a bevel on when I'm parting off. So I'm just going to check this, see what the diameter is now. There's a lot of different hints and tips for you when I'm producing this sort of thing. So let me measure this. Because if you've plenty of time, it doesn't matter, does it? So it's about a 1/16 to go, 1/16 aside. So I think we're okay. 3/16. What's this? Yeah, see 3/16, and it's 1 1/4. So we've got a 1/16 aside before it parts off. So I'm pleased about that. If I've got it right, I can then make arrangements to take the edge off it. So because there's not much on now, make an 1/8 of an inch there. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah. Right. We're on the final phases here. Can't see with the light being on it. That's okay. Okay then, here we go. This should be to length now. We're ready to catch it. Hit my flat, there you go. So you'll notice that this is a component here, and look at this point here. There, we've used the minimum of material, and that's the point of the drill there. So you've got, in the interest of economy, that's what you must do. So there we go, and let me see if I can get this right. This is the component. Well, let me get this right. Yeah, that's the component that we've got to do, and do it the other way around. Okay, that's in aluminium. The other one was in just hard plastic, too brittle, and that's why it broke. Okay, so it's fed up. I mean, it's no good making it like that. So this is the part, and of course it should fit. But I've got two to make. So in any case, if you like this video, what I want you to do is, if you can, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for those who were already subscribed. I had 2 new subscribers this last month. It's wonderful. And look at the other videos. I will suggest some for you to watch at the end of this one. And there you go. So that's the component part finished, and hopefully the treadmill will be up and running shortly. And if it is, I'll show you. I'll give you it's waiting for a spare belt at the moment as well. And when we get that put on, we might be able to see it running. But the guards have got to be in position, and you can't buy that part. You just cannot buy it, because this is far superior. This is like a Bentley Rolls Royce part compared to what the plastic bits are on that. So it's increased the desirability of the machine. It'll be put right. Better than it was when it was new. However, everything's got its cost and stuff like that. So that's why they make out of cheap plastic, some of the parts. But they shouldn't design a thing like that. Anyway, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and check up on the next video as well. I'll be publishing that shortly. And in the meantime, keep safe, get your exercise in. You can do that without buying a treadmill, go around the garden and things like that. But nice of you to join us again. I hope it's not been too boring for you, but there's been a lot of skills demonstrated in this one operation. I would normally do it a lot quicker, but I wanted to explain as and when what was happening, and I hope you've gained something from it. Okay, thanks. See you again sometime soon. See you, bye. Keep safe.